Watson Duke raises questions about the economic benefit of Tobago's carnival. Tourism Secretary claims the door remains open for future collaboration with the NCC. Tributes pour in for tourism stalwart Carlos Dillon, and dolphins beach themselves at Stowe Bay. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, and this is your Tobago Updates television news for Tuesday, 31st October 2023. Topping the news this evening, did the Tobago Carnival score or bust? That was the question posed by political leader of the Progressive Democratic Patriots, Watson Duke. He wants to understand who truly benefited from the carnival and what its economic impact was. More details in this report.
Was it a boss carnival or was it a bus carnival? Boss or bus carnival?
Political leader of the PDP, Watson Duke, is calling on the organizers of the Tobago Carnival to conduct a critical evaluation of the event. Taking into account the criticism directed at the chairman of the National Carnival Commission, Winston Gypsy Peters, Duke believes that some valid points have been raised.
So don't expect to receive human worship. Great carnival, great, the best on earth. No. People are going to critique and they take the criticism well. Take a page from me. I take my criticism well.
This call was supported by PDP chairman Dr. Sean Ned, who noted that Peters' statements included suggestions for improving the Tobago Carnival.
How should we accept these comments? Should we take it as hush your mouth, don't comment anything, this is we thing? Or should we take this as a way in which to improve ourselves so that the next time we can do better?
After a budget of $12.5 million was allocated to host the Tobago Carnival, Duke raised questions about those who incurred losses.
Scarborough Market shut down, you know. One of the biggest days. It shut down Saturday. What type of compensation is the THA giving to the market vendors? What type?
Additionally, the PDP political leader was not entirely certain that Tobago's authentic carnival culture was showcased.
We must ask ourselves, the tourists who came from Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, what did they see? Did they see our culture? Bikini and beads? That's our culture. Half of your genitals outside, that's our culture.
He pointed out that there were issues with the street processions and lulls between bands, which dismissed the quality of the show. For this reason, Duke believes that centralizing Carnival in a heritage village would be a better option.
Is where we will take 20, 40 acres of land and we would develop within that almost like a carnival city, a place where persons could come and play mass. Not only play mass, you could conduct heritage inside there. Jazz.
According to Duke, the Heritage Village could be situated near Scarborough or Roxborough with easy access and the necessary infrastructure to serve as the venue for all major events on the island. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
The door remains open for collaboration in developing Tobago's carnival. This, according to Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Tasha Burris, following criticism by the National Carnival Commission's chairman, Winston Gypsy Peters. Burris also reflected on the conclusion of the 2023 Tobago Carnival in this report.
Secretary of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Tasha Burris, stated that they had always been interested in collaborating with the NCC to develop Tobago Carnival. However, after not receiving any positive responses to the proposals sent to the NCC, they proceeded with their own planning. These statements contradict what the chairman of NCC, Winston Gypsy Peters, had implied.
I mean, that door was never closed, but by his own admission, I saw him on the day of the parade. He said to me, they were very busy promoting Carnival in Trinidad. They were always out of the country. They were in New York. They were in Miami. He was in Colombia and stuff. And I understand all of that. It's a lot of work to promote Trinidad Carnival.
Reflecting on this year's edition of Tobago Carnival, Burris was pleased with its growth. She said that they had achieved the goals of attracting more local participation and gaining support from Trinidadians. Additionally, she believes that Tobago Carnival has found a home in Scarborough.
I think the persons who played mass last year and enjoyed themselves could definitely say this year they had more enhanced experience by having the whole length of the route in Scarborough to enjoy for the carnival season.
Regarding the controversial issue of not enough flights provided on the air bridge by Caribbean Airlines, the Tourism Secretary hopes that this year's edition of Tobago Carnival will be enough to prompt a change.
So I hope that what happened over the weekend was enough to convince whoever sits at the level of the board and the management of Caribbean Airlines that they need to do better when it comes to Tobago, because there are people who want to come here. There are people who want to enjoy what we have to offer.
Tobago Carnival was budgeted at $12.5 million. According to Boris, it is too early to determine if it was fully utilized, but she believes it might be under budget. However, she maintained that Tobago suppliers were utilized as much as possible, except in cases where the demand exceeded the on-island supply.
The few businesses in Tobago that treat with that sort of thing were already overwhelmed with other jobs for the carnival for us. So adding that job on top of what they had to do, it would have stretched their capacity beyond their own limits.
While the post-mortem on Tobago Carnival is yet to be conducted, Boris believes it was a success and is looking forward to the 2024 edition. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Continuing on the topic of Tobago's Carnival, the 2023 staging of the event was safe and virtually incident-free. This, according to Assistant Commissioner of Police Collis Hazel, who was the gold commander for the festivities. Tanika Cruikshank has the details.
The Tobago Carnival was commended by ACP Hazel, who noted it was the final Caribbean country to hold a carnival. Hazel observed that the recent initiative to collaborate with key stakeholders had improved the safety of carnival.
And this year, the strategy that we would have adopted is one in which we understand who we are working for and have a baseline understanding of how things are to be successful. So from the onset, the police took the opportunity of ensuring that we are responsible for the safety of all within this celebration.
According to Hazel, the purpose of the stakeholder meeting initiative was to listen to the concerns of each carnival stakeholder and manage risks that might have impact on how the carnival operates.
How it will impact them in some way that we can be able to treat with this issue. But critical among that is for us to understand that with that of staging this event, there were some identified risks that were associated with this.
Hazel explained that the risk mitigation strategy for the carnival began with the identification of possible scenarios and then involved educating the stakeholders on how to address these issues.
All these players played a pivotal role in ensuring that should something happen on the day in our joint command, we don't have to be run around the road. The think tank was right around the table where we could have analyze, validate, and to make sure that we put a strategy in place that can bring forward the success of the people.
ACP Hazel emphasized that the carnival holds economic significance, which is why the Trinidad branch of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service was present to address and prevent criminal activities.
Our lockdown exercises before, in terms of locking down the city, before and ensuring that we do raids and searches in the beginning, making sure that no one come into the venue with knives and cutlasses and guns and other weapons, was strategic in terms of ensuring that the safety existed.
ACP Hazel said the Trinidad Division of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service was deployed to Tobago during the carnival season, not to target Tobagonians, but rather to monitor the island's visitors and ensure they were not being influenced into committing crimes. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
You know, Who would I ever believe, Jessica could take care of a child,
I know, right? I'm a kinship foster parent to my nephew Malik.
Papa, you remind me of my grandmother, when she used to take care of my cousins.
If I didn't step in, I don't know where he would have ended up. Plus, I get support from Children's Authority, training, and counseling.
But Jessica, you not married?
That doesn't matter. Once you have a safe home and you're related to the child, you're good.
So they just gave money to do this?
Yeah, they do give me some money.
So, Auntie, you can buy a lamb I gave you for me?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Malik, but that money's to take care of you. Okay, smubble up is.
I will not try. Mommy, you can buy
No.
Wait, I didn't even finish my sentence.
About Lamborghini, you can get lamb stew for lunch.
Auntie Jessica could only come when you come in, because all them does do is talk people business.
Malakaya Malik will go in on the bed.
But Mommy, the boy don't even live here.
Yeah, go to your bunkers.
What? Bunkers? Where's that?
I think I'm getting pretty good at this.
Secretary Farley Augustine is considering taking legal action against the government to have town and country services operate under the THA. Augustine said Tobagonians are at the mercy of Trinidad officials who adjudicate on land matters without understanding the intricacies of the island's topography. He made these comments while addressing a question from a Bethel resident at a THA town hall meeting held on Monday night. Here are the details in this report from Candice Jackson.
One resident of Bethel, Marie Toby, was not pleased after a recent interaction with town and country officials in Trinidad who had to adjudicate on a matter involving land left to her and her siblings.
So I asked them, you all are not unique to the Tobago family matter. All you want, brother and sister, whoever, to kill one another for piece of land, and I gave them good.
Toby's experience is one that Chief Secretary Farley Augustine wants to improve for all Tobagonians.
What Trinidadians know about your land and how your land situated and how it look and how it's supposed to cut up. They ever come on the land? They know they come on the land to see the topography of the land?
Augustine explained that the situation is not as it should be. The responsibilities of town and country fall under the 5th schedule of the THA Act 20 of 1996.
There was a time in Tobago where the secretary in charge of planning, who at the time was Hochoy Charles, used to be the final signature in place of a minister on matters of town and country planning. It used to happen right in Tobago. All it take fast and vote for a man who never do well as a teacher and make him chief secretary, and then they take it and send it back down to their friends in Trinidad, so their friends in Trinidad will control Tobago's development.
The chief secretary has been working to make it happen. A spot has been identified for the office at the former PRDI building in Scarborough.
We prepared the space, we put up the sign, we have the documents being digitized. We met with the people down at planning in Trinidad, met with parliamentary committee, the lawyers met, everybody agreed this is correct and this is the right thing to do in law.
Augustine said he tried several times to continue the conversations with the Minister of Planning and Development, Penelope Beckles.
Until recently she responded and she said, well, on any matter with Tobago, you have to go and ask the Prime Minister.
Augustine described the situation as obscene and vulgar, and he announced that he is preparing to take legal action against the government to transfer the Town and Country Division under the management of the THA. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Well, tributes are pouring in for the former president of the Tobago Hotel and Tourism Association, Carlos Dillon, following his passing on Monday. Tourism Secretary Tasha Boris, Assemblyman Watson Duke, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, along with many others, extended their condolences. Ariana Scipio has the story.
Many public figures across the island extended their condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Carlos Dillon, who was a prominent figure in Tobago's tourism sector. He was the brother of independent Senator Dr. Maria Dillon Remy. Apart from serving as the president of THTA, he was the first local general manager of the Mount Irving Bay Resort, formerly known as the Mount Irving Bay Hotel and Golf Club, and the director until his passing. He had served for over 5 decades in the tourism industry. Secretary for Culture, Tourism, Antiquities and Transport, Councillor Tasha Burris, expressed her condolences on the Tobago Updates morning show.
I would want to express condolences publicly to the family of Mr. Carlos Dillon, losing this tourism stalwart in this time. And, you know, I think that has kind of put a damper on some of what we've experienced over the last few days. He has been a brilliant asset to the tourism sector, a esteemed son of the soil. And definitely I want to extend condolences to his family, friends, everybody who had the opportunity to interact with him.
During a press conference held at the PDP office, Assemblyman Watson Duke shared his thoughts on the passing of Mr. Dillon, whom he spoke very fondly.
Mr. Carlos Dillon is a champion for the tourism sector. He's a champion for Tobago-ness, so to speak. He's a proud Tobagonian. Was a forward-thinking Tobagonian, and my last interaction with him is when he would have completed a beautiful structure.
The Chief Secretary also released a statement expressing condolences to Mr. Dillon's family and friends, stating that he will be remembered for the significant contribution he made to Tobago's development. A statement was also released by the THTA for their former president, stating that he still had an active role in the association until his passing, and they revere him as a giant in the Tobago tourism industry. The Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transport describes Mr. Dillon's contribution to the island's tourism as immeasurable, and he was dedicated to bettering the island and the lives of the people. Minority Leader of the THA, Kelvon Morris, provided a statement describing Carlos Dillon as his mentor and friend, who worked with him on the board of the Tobago Tourism Agency Limited. The Tobago Council of the PNM also sent their condolences to his family. They remembered him as a source of inspiration, possessing a vivacious spirit that brightened dark days as a legend in the tourism industry. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, beachgoers were taken aback today when several bottlenose dolphins found themselves at the shore in Storby around 12 noon. Tobago Frontiers dive shop owner Alvin Douglas reported that the dolphins appeared disoriented. After reaching out to marine experts, it was deduced that the dolphins may have been fleeing from orcas previously spotted in the Gulf of Paria in Trinidad last week. In their escape, they swam into fishing nets, which disoriented them and led to their beaching. However, Douglas praised the quick action of beachgoers and fishermen who successfully assisted the dolphins in returning to sea. Although dolphins are commonly found in the waters around Tobago, they rarely venture so close to the shore. We'll take a short break and come back with more news. Stay with us.
But this place is boring enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes? Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourselves. A world of endless opportunities. Feeling hungry? Go get something to eat. Books and stationeries, games, and much more. Portmore, the island's beat.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Right now, Tobagonians are just currying down to Bon Accord, right in Stobin Local Road. You know why? To come down and shop at Authentic Builders General Hardware, the only hardware store in Tobago that is giving you guys Trinidad prices. So for instance, such as steel, 1/2 inch and 5/8, $7,895. 5/8 construction ply for $260. Every single thing that you will need to do your home renovation or start your new construction, we have it right here. And to get your quotation, it's very easy. Just WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will do your free WhatsApp quotation for you.
Matter, embrace, empower, elevate for positive transformation. This was the theme for the International Men's Day Regional Conference 2023 held in Grenada and presented by their government in collaboration with other islands. Of the many speakers on the island, Minister Philip Telesford of Grenada, Tobago's motivational speaker Michael Stewart, and communications consultant Adana Kombi emphasized the challenges faced by men. Here's more.
The Minister for Social Development, Housing and Gender Affairs in the Grenadian government began the conference by highlighting some of the challenges men face in society. He spoke about the presence of violence among men, which spans from school violence to violence against women and criminal activity. Minister Telesford stated that one of the objectives of the conference is to celebrate the achievements of men.
And so this conference is going to recognize the achievements of men as well as the progress that men has made
turning away from, in some instances, a life of crime to that of peace and tranquility.
Tobago's very own motivational speaker, Mr. Michael Stewart, representing B-Men, addressed the event's theme. Stewart emphasized that, in many instances, men do not receive adequate attention, particularly in cases of abuse committed against them. He also appealed to the United Nations to allocate some of their focus to men, considering there are 10 days dedicated to women and girls on their calendar.
0 to men and boys out of 216. So we are asking United Nations, and this conference is pivotal in bringing that awareness.
He also pointed out the coincidental fact that November 19th, which is International Men's Day, is recognized as World Toilet Day by the United Nations and celebrated across 80 countries. Stewart describes this coincidence as an indicator that men's issues are not receiving the attention they deserve. Meanwhile, Adana Kwombi, one of Tobago's communications consultants and one of the few women on the panel, drew attention to the neglect that men face in certain areas of life. She explained that girls often receive more attention, which plays a crucial role in their development and preparation for society, while boys are sometimes overlooked in this regard. Kwombi highlighted one of their objectives, which is to raise awareness about the issues that contribute to a disconnect between men and women, as well as the social challenges that affect men.
To ensure that men who are struggling get the support, and men who are doing well are identified and celebrated, because we have to also celebrate the wins of our men, because they are doing great and marvelous things that you don't even hear about.
She also invited individuals to join them and mentioned that they had extended invitations to many islands across the region to be a part of this initiative aimed at empowering men. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Now for the weather forecast. According to the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office, tonight you can expect generally fair weather with the possibility of an occasional overnight or early morning shower. Low temperatures will be around 27 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, anticipate predominantly hot and sunny conditions during the daytime with mostly fair weather at night. There is a low chance of isolated showers. High temperatures will reach 33 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 37 degrees. Sea conditions will be relatively calm with waves up to 1.3 meters in open waters and smooth conditions in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:54 a.m. and the sunset at 5:38 p.m. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines. PDP political leader Watson Duke raises questions about the economic benefits of Tobago's Carnival. Tourism Secretary claims the door remains open for future collaboration with the NCC. Tributes pour in for tourism stalwart Carlos Dillon, and the Dolphins beach themselves at Stowe Bay. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a good night.